still need to soundproof this place. Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the OmniViewer and I'm here for a little channel update. Hopefully I won't be rambling for too long because I do tend to ramble during these things. But just wanted to let you know that currently, as far as the channel is concerned, I'm in a little bit of a transitionary state. You may have noticed that my output was very minimal in the past couple weeks, and part of that was due to the holidays coming along. Christmas and New Year's, that's time to spend with family, not time to sit in front of a computer for hours putting together footage. But that's not the only reason. The bigger reason, I would say, is because technology has gotten in the way. Up until now, this will be old news to some of you, but up until now I've been using Corel Video Studio Pro to edit my videos pretty much since the beginning. When I first started, I taught myself how to edit film entirely with this program. Surprisingly easy to learn. I do recommend it if you're just starting out. However, recently, as in for my past couple of projects, it hasn't been working as well as it used to. For starters, it's been crashing a lot more frequently. It started when I was doing that Godzilla cartoon crossover with A Second Opinion. It would crash at completely random moments while I was trying to edit clips. And at the time, I just thought it was because it was such a dense project. There was so much going into that from so many different sources that, of course, it might overload it a little. But it's kept happening for smaller projects, which is telling me it's not a problem that's going to go away on its own. It had nothing to do with the size of it. Plus, when I've been going to edit clips recently, the sound and the video have been out of sync. There would be serious video lag, so I don't know when the audio and video stop and go into silence, so I don't know much to trim. You know what I'm saying. It makes editing, trimming off the dead space difficult. And that didn't used to be a problem. So this is the handwriting on the wall for me. I need to move on to a different program. And I do have a different program. On a recommendation, I got Sony Vegas Platinum. Managed to find it on sale too. I actually got it before I switched locations, but I mean right before. That's the thing. I got it right before switching locations, so I started trying to learn it and then had to pack up and move, and now I'm here. And the reason I just went back to Corel was because I wanted to get back on a regular schedule, and so that fell by the wayside. Can't let that happen anymore. I've got to get back on track with learning Sony Vegas because Corel is no longer working properly. So I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm going to actively pursue it, like I'm going to be actively pursuing many other things. But since you're probably not going to see much in the way of properly edited projects from me in the ensuing weeks, that's why. I wish I could give you a definite deadline of how long it'll take, but even when I give vague deadlines, that somehow manages to jinx the project entirely. I say, oh, I'm hoping it'll be done by this time, and suddenly I have to push that date ahead. So I don't imagine it'll take too long. I certainly hope not, but if the channel goes dark for a little bit and you don't hear much activity from me, that's predominantly why. It's because I'm working towards learning something new. And trust me, Sony Vegas is different enough from Corel that I know it's going to require a learning curve. Speaking of deadlines that I constantly have to push back, I had mentioned back in the summer of 2015 that I was working on learning Anime Studio Debut 9 in the hopes that I could start putting some original animation on this channel. And that was going to be my primary way of bringing Snazzy Chapeau back. And I had said I would hopefully get something ready to go and posted here for you to see before the end of 2015. Well, We're a couple weeks into 2016 now, and what have I got to show for it animation-wise? Nothing. There is a reason for that. It took me a while to figure it out because the tutorials are awful, but it turns out Anime Studio Debut 9 is not the program I should have been using to try and do the animation I want to do. I want to do like really high quality animation, and Debut 9 is for simple stuff. And like I said, the tutorials were awful, just plain awful. So for a little while, I thought I was gonna have to come before you guys and say, I'm sorry that I can't do all of this, and I don't know when I'll be able to do animation, which means I don't know when Snazzy will be coming back. But it was Christmas time recently, and among the things I got was Anime Studio Pro 10 with a tutorial CD. And that's the program that I would like to use. It's certainly one of the programs I would need. I need a pro version, and that is one. I know there's a more advanced one that just came out, but that thing is freaking expensive. So I do have a new one. It's the kind I need, and I am going to be actively pursuing that as well. However, I don't know how long that'll take either, and no matter how long it takes, animation still takes a really long time to do, even in this modern age where you don't have to draw frame by frame to get 1 second of movement. You have to draw it over 500 times. So it will take a while, and I really want to bring Snazzy Chapeau back. I really do. There's so much I want to use him for. Not just bringing back the pony reviews, but also doing stuff just with him as a character, interacting with other characters. I have all this sort of stuff planned for him. So rather than just wait until I figured out animation and bring him back that way exclusively, regardless of how long that takes, I'm working on something else. Something I've actually wanted to do for a really long time. I'm trying to make him into a puppet. Like a full, proper Jim Henson kind of puppet. I found some things that'll help. I don't know how long that'll take either because I have no experience with this. Then again, I had no experience editing film and I turned out okay there. But I do want you to know I am actively trying to make this happen. I will bring Snazzy back as a puppet. That doesn't mean I'm dropping the animation. I have a way I can make it mesh without it being weird or jarring or anything. It'll make sense when you see it. It'll make sense that he can be a puppet here and an animated character in other areas. But yeah, I am hoping it will be soon that all of this congeals and I can get back on track and present you with stuff that's of higher quality, because you guys are taking time out of your lives to come and watch me make a fool of myself on this channel. You certainly deserve to see me make a fool of myself in the highest quality possible. So I will be back with more reviews, more as written by Shakespeare, more original stuff as well, because I really do like pursuing the original stuff. And hopefully by that point the echo in here will be reduced and you won't have to be adjusting your headsets so you can understand me. Well, I just wanted to let you all know that's what's going to happen. I probably won't be doing much for the rest of January. Hopefully I will be back soon. Like I said, I don't want to set down a specific date and then have to go back on it. Before I go, I will say I was recently involved in a bit of a podcast with Lizard Wizard and The Second Opinion. As of this video, Lizard Wizard hasn't actually posted it yet. It would probably be on his channel, but I've given a link to his channel down in the description if you want to go there, keep an eye out for it. So, yeah, that's actually how the first thing I did YouTube-wise in the new year. I recorded that. So keep an eye out for that. It's pretty interesting. And go to their channels as well if you haven't already. They're good channels, Lizard and The Second Opinion. But otherwise, I will work as hard as I can to come back with the best possible content for you to enjoy. And until such time as that happens, this is the OmniViewer signing off. Really, you don't need to be scared. The channel's not dead.